Now, why is this important when it comes to the average citizen? Well, there's an old saying, it's actually from the Prohibition days, that you don't want to make a federal case of it. And I'll give you an example of why you don't want to make a federal case of it. Because when the United States government brings its considerable resources, and anyone who's ever had even a speeding ticket in the state of Texas knows that the state of Texas has considerable resources focused on law enforcement and enforcing its police powers. And that's a good thing because it keeps us free and it keeps us safe. But when the United States government brings their focus on a criminal defendant or that defendant's enterprise, they have some of the broadest sweeping powers and unlimited resources. It's not unlimited, but it's, to the average citizen, it might as well be, because it's a force that is hard to explain. And the easiest way I can explain it is to just give a basic example. One of the first federal cases I ever worked on, I went to pick up the discovery. And what that means is that while the case is being investigated, facts, recordings, videos, things are being collected by the United States government, or in a state level situation by the state government. And when the state government is conducting its discovery, its investigation of the facts, those facts are usually focused around some narrow window in time with a judicious and narrow use of limited county resources, right? You know, each county has so much per budget. The investigative budget is X, and the officers are they're cognizant of that. They're not abusive of that. The federal government has a bigger budget, folks, and why there's that expression, you don't want to make a federal case of it, because as someone who has gone to retrieve the discovery from the state of Texas against a defendant, that may be some significant amount, but usually never more than a banker box. On the other hand, when you're retrieving evidence that the federal government has collected, that might be something that fits on a pallet and has to be moved by a forklift. Thousands of law enforcement hours can be used to determine the scope of a crime. The federal grand jury can issue multiple subpoenas at the request of the investigating U.S. attorneys until they have all of the evidence they think they need to present the evidence or not that criminal activity occurred. And that is scary, broad, sweeping authority to investigate